And then they followed that up with a video on Maria May and Mina Shirakawa.
Did you see this video?
Yes, I'm looking at I don't understand it. I don't know what the was going on. I wrote that every fan of professional wrestling from the Attitude Era all the way back to the turn of the 19th century just collectively vomited. And then I realized, no, none of those people are watching this anyway. But it looked like a fight broke out at a kid's dance recital. This is their Japanese stardom. What the is going on here?
The video opened with her shaking her at the camera. And because AEW uses the word all the time, I'm going to say them here. She's just shaking him at the camera, and then she talks about how she's sexy and she's a model. And it hit me watching this. I'm like, who is this marketed to?
That's what I'm saying. We got a pretty good idea of who's looking at this kind of stuff in Japan, but who here,
Well, that, I mean, that's
especially
the question,
on
though.
national cable television, wants to see this type of thing?
Because, you know, it hit me again watching this. This obviously isn't being written or marketed for women. It's for male wrestling fans. What does this say? I mean, again, just think about what this whole thing is. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I will give it to her. She's a very good-looking woman, Mina Shirakawa. And I just saw her on RJ City's show. It was quite humorous.
Well, I don't care how well meaning she is.
I thought that, I mean, again, and then they had the Tony Storm interview in black and white after this, and it's atrocious. And I would say it belongs in Glow, and I know AEW fans get mad when you say this, but it's more reminiscent of like late WCW under Vince Russo. And she's committed to it, and she's really good at this role. And it's completely out of place on a wrestling show. I hate the AEW women's division. It's just not.
But yeah, I mean, this is. You remember Fridays on ABC was the answer to NBC's Saturday Night Live, but they didn't have the balls to go head to head. And Fridays occasionally had some good sketches. But this is a late night sketch comedy show parody of wrestling, so whether it be Stardom or Tony Storm's Stardom or Luther or these people that are trying to bump their tits with each other.
Because again, who is this for? This bad acting, this bad segment, all the bad booking behind it, all the things behind it. And everyone's saying, oh, it's really great. Can't you see it's a love triangle? All the bad shit here. When they're sitting and writing it. This is the only
fucking love triangle I've ever seen I wasn't interested in.
When they're sitting and writing it, do they say, who do they think the audience is? Do they think this is for guys? Do they think it's for women? Like, who do they think the audience for this is? Because having sexy women on a wrestling show is one thing. Having them act and just do a bad act, be a part of a bunch of bad acts, what is that then? So I don't know. I'm rambling.
It's bad acting.